Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back finally to make a video at home. No one's home, so there's peace and quiet. So let's get started. A topic that a lot of people ask in my Facebook groups, on Instagram, and I just see floating around is what should I invest in? An ETF or an individual stock? And keep in mind, this is related to dividend investing, of course. My channel, when I talk about stocks, I'm mainly focused on dividend investing. So today's video is basically comparing the pros and cons of investing in ETFs, as far as dividend payments go. So again, I invest in stocks that pay dividends, and I plan on holding those stocks until the end of time. So I'll weigh the pros and the cons, and I'll just basically give you my opinion as far as ETF stocks. So an ETF, obviously, it's an exchange traded fund. It's basically managed by one or a bunch of individuals. They basically monitor the fund, and they buy and sell different shares as they go. They try to stay profitable. They try to keep up with the S&P. But since there's people that work for the fund, there's going to be a fee. Obviously, when you buy individual stocks, you're doing your own thing. So you're just paying the commission from the brokerage, or you're paying nothing if you use Robinhood or M1. Anyway, let's get started. So ETFs, the pros. Obviously, one of the pros is time saved. Because when you're investing in an ETF, the idea behind the ETF is something you're interested in, and you have a fund manager who's doing all the work. Versus investing in individual stocks. Obviously, you have to do work, because say you have 10, 20, 30 companies you're investing in, you have to research these companies, make sure everything's working out. Check their quarterly statements, check their annual statements at a minimum. You have to keep an eye on them. Versus an ETF, you're trusting the fund manager to do that. So if there's the company that's within the ETF that's garbage, you're expecting them to sell that off and buy something else more profitable. Anyway, so a lot of time is saved. Another pro is very, very diversified. I know most of them are 50 plus companies, so basically you buy a share of an ETF and you're already diversified with 50 plus companies. So you really can't get that when you buy individual stocks. Another pro, obviously, it's easier. Again, minimal time, minimal work. Another pro is one company really cannot hurt you. So if, say, one of those 50 companies just has terrible earnings or just awful, god-awful year, like Facebook, they're having a bad, last year was bad and this year's not that great so far, but that one company cannot hurt you because you have 49 plus other companies that are here to back you up. Another pro is there's less temptation to sell. And what I mean by this is, because you're diversified amongst multiple companies, and back to the point, one company can't hurt you, the fluctuation of the actual stock price should not be all that much. Meaning, if you have individual stocks, you can have a stock probably drop 10 as much as 15, 20% in one day. And if you're a new investor, you're not familiar with that feeling. It's not a great feeling, and you'll get temptation to sell off. But if you're at one company that dropped 10, 15, 20% and the day is within your ETF, you're not going to feel it, So again, a lot less temptation to sell because the fluctuation of the stock price will not be as great. Another pro is you can have one focus, which after you pick your ETF, or you can pick multiple ETFs, your focus will just be buy more of that ETF. Let the fund manager, let the ETF, the guy running the ETF do all the work. You just have to buy more shares, collect your dividends. And last but not least, the final pro is you can sleep better at night. You're not looking at alerts on your phone. Okay, which one of my 30 companies? Oh crap, this one's bad, this one's bad. No, you're just buying the ETF and you're moving on with your life. Again, you're paying a small percentage, but you're paying someone to do the work. That's the idea of it. Speak of the devil, cons. Again, as I mentioned, you pay a small percentage, meaning there's fees. So not you will obviously, if you're a dividend investor, you're collecting dividends, etc. But keep in mind, subtract fees. You're paying a specific fee from the stock price to pay those those people doing all the work, rightfully so. Another con, low yield. When you look at individual stocks such as real estate investment trusts, such as stocks that are selling at a deep discount, you'll notice the starting yield can be 4, 5, 6%, When you look at ETFs, the starting yield, not so much. I mean, 2, 3, 4%, nothing that impressive. When you look at, again, individual stocks, you could find 20% if you want to take that type of risk, but you're not going to find that starting, that great of a starting yield on a ETF. Eventually, you'll have a great yield on cost, which again is a yield based on your original purchase price, but your starting yield is automatically going to be low, so you're earning income at a really low, slow rate. Another con is unknown payment amounts. What I mean is, so again, I'm a dividend investor. I track monthly payments coming in. I have a goal of monthly payments coming in. My goal is to increase that monthly payment coming in. However, my stocks either pay the same dividend or they pay an increased dividend. When you're invested in 50 plus companies, you don't know, unless you examine each and every one, which is kind of defeats the purpose. You don't know what they're paying. They could decrease their dividend, they could increase their dividend, they could stay flat. So the point is, when you're a dividend investor and you have a goal of increasing your income monthly, quarterly, annually, etc., it's good to know what payment is coming in. So when you're so diversified, you have no idea. You'll get 50 cents this month, 49 cents the next month. That sucks. You may not care as much in the long run, but I like to know my income. I like to see, okay, wait, what stock just decreased their dividend and why the hell they're making ETF? But again, that's the fund manager's job. So anyway, unknown payment amounts. And another con is obviously there's less risk, which is a pro for most, but some people like risk. But with less risk is less reward. What I mean by that is when you invest, again, to the point of the fluctuation is minimal on an ETF because it's 50 plus companies. That goes for down and that goes for up. So obviously your capital gain will not be as great as it could be when you invest in individual stock. As I mentioned, stocks can go up and down 10, 50%, boom, boom, boom. But they can go up just as well. So if you invest in individual stocks, obviously you think you're supposed to know what you're doing. So these stocks should, yes, go up. So you should expect a lot more reward, a lot more capital gain over the years. So again, that's another con. And the biggest con to me is it's pretty lame. It's pretty boring. Especially, it depends what kind of. If you're just a busy person and you want to collect dividends, but you're just so damn busy that you cannot be bothered looking at stocks, then that's perfect for you. ETFs are perfect for you. Again, also, if you're a new investor, I think ETFs are also perfect for you because you just don't know what to do at this point. However, if you're, say, a little more experienced investor and you like the thrill of picking the individual companies, that you want to invest in, it's exciting. You get to read the annual reports, you get to see the news You know, you watch Fox Business, CNBC, you see how your companies are doing. It's exciting. But when you invest in ETF, you don't even know. You have no control. You don't. I don't know. It's not fun, to me at least. All right, so those are the pros and cons. Do as you choose. But in my opinion, when I started, I bought ETFs. I bought individual stocks. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Eventually, as I learned, you know, a little more here and there, I decided that, you know, I got more comfortable in the individual stocks and the companies that I was investing in, that I realized, what the hell am I doing in an ETF? Why am I paying someone a fee to do the work that I'm doing researching the companies? There may be companies in there that I don't want anyway. I'd rather do my own individual stock investing. I'd rather choose the companies that I want to invest in, especially when it comes to dividend investing. Like some companies, they have a great track record of increasing their dividend. And, you know, some companies you just trust. You know, they have a lot of cash. They could pay the dividend. So, long story short, I used to do ETFs. I no longer do. I only invest in individual stocks. So again, but who am I? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion, covering the pros and cons. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of ETFs. Obviously, you could disagree with me completely, which is fine. Let's start the debate below. You know, share your comments. Click the like button, and share the video. Subscribe. All that fun stuff. All right. Hope you liked the video. Tune in again.